Today we are going to review the CGO600 Pro. It is from a company called Tenways. The bike does not weigh that much, but it is actually an e-bike, but it also looks very sleek. The battery is integrated here, but it's also removable. The motor is a 250 watts one, and there are 3 levels of assist. Let's see how it does perform in real life. The CGO600 comes in 3 variants. The one I have here is the Pro New Edition in blue sky, but you can also get the Plus model or the classic one. The CGO600 Pro weighs around 17 kg, which is still within the weight range where you can lift it and carry it upstairs. The frame is made out of aluminium, which is a pretty standard material on e-bikes. Since I live in Europe, I'm using the European version, which uses the 250 watts BWS motor that complies with European Union regulations. The motor will assist you up to 25 km/h, but after that, you have to pedal yourself if you want to go faster. The e-bike also has a torque sensor. The torque sensor on the Tenways CGO600 Pro is honestly one of the best things about this bike. It gives you super smooth and natural pedal assistance that kicks in exactly when you need it without any delay and without any weird jerks. It measures how hard you are pedaling and adjusts the motor power accordingly, so the whole ride just feels more connected and intuitive, almost like you are just running a regular bike, only way easier. Especially in stop-and-go city traffic, the response is quick and seamless, making the commute feel way more effortless. The bike also has a carbon belt drive. It means you don't have any gears, which sounds like a negative, but for my use case in flat areas, it is perfect. The carbon belt drive on the CGO600 Pro is clean, quiet, and low maintenance, perfect for city riding. It doesn't need oil, it doesn't rust, and just feels smooth when you are pedaling. It is a small detail that makes everyday use a bit easier. After trying carbon belt drives, I personally don't want to go back to gears anymore and have greasy trousers when I go to work. The bike does not come with a rack out of the box, but you can order one separately. The rack that Tenways sell fits perfectly with the bike and can hold up to 25 kg of weight. When I travel with my bikes, I usually carry 10 to 15 kg max. The seat is comfortable. I didn't have any issues with it. It is not a branded seat, they probably make it in-house. The seat post is also adjustable, and there is lines in case you forgot the exact position you prefer. The Tenways CGO600 Pro is equipped with a 660 Wh lithium-ion battery featuring LG cells. The battery is removable too, meaning you can simply unlock it and carry it upstairs. I'll talk about the range later when I'm riding the bike. The tires are thick for extra traction, which usually makes the ride nicer and smoother. There are 700 by 45C tires. There's a backlight that is integrated with the bike, and you can turn it on by holding the up button on the screen. The classic model lacks this, so it is nice to see they added this option. The front light is strong and integrated too. You can also turn this on using the same trick. Holding the up button on the screen, the lights also beam downwards, which is in accordance with German regulations. There is a bell on the e-bike. Again, something that regulations requires companies to include. On the left side of the handlebar, the screen is located. The handlebar itself is flat, nice, and grippy. The pedals are flat without any harsh spikes, so you won't hurt yourself in case you accidentally hit your leg. Generally speaking, if you are riding a bike, it is always better to wear a flat shoe like this one I have here instead of a running shoe for better grip. There are no bottle cage mount on the e-bike, which is a standard on a lot of city e-bikes. The main reason is that you can't install a screw since the battery is located there. That's why I also got a small pannier bag that I can mount on the rack, and I put my water bottle there instead of on the frame. You can also get other kind of mounts from Amazon to attach it to your frame. There is also a stand on the e-bike which is height adjustable. The brakes are from a company called Textro, and I trust them enough that I put Tanya's life on the line. We practiced that for like 20 times and I don't get it right. I put Tanya's life on the line. Okay, this is the last shot.
Clearly a phrase he needs to know.
Exactly. The display is here and you can actually adjust it. You can also fix it to the body. If I hold this one, I'll go to the different settings You can have the display units, the backlights, brightness, you can have the auto power, you can have the wheel, speed limit. The speed limit is at 25 km per hour for the European version. I think for the American version it's like 32 km per hour. And if I go back, you can set also a password. I don't personally, but you can if you want to lock the motor. And you can also have the battery information, which is neat. If I go back, I also have the languages here. So you have English, Danish, French, Spanish, Italian, German, Dutch, and you can also exit here. If you go here, you can see your assist mode with this button 1, 2, 3. How long the trip is. Right now it is 4.6 kilometer. You also have your speed written here. And usually when I'm riding, you see the level of the assist that the bike is giving you because it is using a torque sensor. So it just assists you when you need it to. It's a really sunny day in Vienna. We already started the summer. And the bike is quite comfortable. The seat is quite comfortable. I think it is a no-name brand. Probably they made it in-house. I don't see any branding on the seats, but nevertheless, it is quite comfortable. I'm right now on the level assist 1. I'm going around 12 to 13 km per hour. And the torque sensor is not engaged because we are going on a flat area and I'm not pedaling really fast. The nice thing about this bike is that you can see the level of the assist, but you can also see the level that the sensor is engaging the motor. It does show you on a bar. Right now it is like 1 out of 5, I would say, which is nice. We are approaching a hill. I'm gonna put it on the assist level 2 and see if it is adequate or I need to put on the assist level 3. No, it's quite all right. I'm not even breaking a sweat, going quite nicely uphill. That's why I usually prefer these ones without any gear basically, because especially in Vienna, you don't really need any gears. I do understand if you live in a very hilly area or a hilly city, then probably it's a good idea to get one with gears. But frankly, with most cities in Europe, you don't really need one. I'm talking about Amsterdam, Berlin, Hamburg. For small bridges, small hills, this system works quite greatly. And the nice thing about it is that you don't also need to maintain the chain. With my normal bikes, I have to do this maintenance every month with like oil and stuff, and every year I have to change the chain and everything. So now I'm going really fast, 33 km per hour, 34 km per hour. I'm not ghost pedaling yet. I think around 35 km per hour is like where you start to ghost pedal. So now we are trying to go through the beaches in Vienna. It's a little bit crowded right now, and the brakes are working quite great. I don't really have a problem with it. I'm on the assist level 1. Then I'm gonna put on the assist level 2. We are going around 20 km per hour. This bike is really nice to ride. I think it's a nice bike to recommend to anyone. I don't really have any problem with it on the few days that I tested it so far. About the range of this bike, the advertised range is around 100 km. I personally were not able to go 100 km. For me, it was more about 60 km to 70 km. I am doing in a flat condition in Vienna, as you can see here. Also, my weight is around 85 kilograms. Just so you know, it depends on a lot of factors what actual range you are going to get. For example, it depends on your weight, whether you are cycling in summer or in winter. That will also have an effect. Usually in winter you get a little bit less range. For my particular case, 60 is perfect because I only have 10 to 15 kilometer commute on a daily basis. So I usually don't need to charge it for almost a week, and that's quite all right. The tires are quite nice and fat. Let's do also a hill test right now. I'll put on the assist level 3. The motor is engaging quite nicely. I'm going 18 kilometers per hour, 19 kilometers per hour. I need to put a little bit of effort, but not that much. And I'm already on top of the hill. I don't know if you catch the last part where Tanya were not able to keep up with me on the uphill. Quite sad.
You have an e-bike.
That's not an excuse. Overall, the Tenways is a nice e-bike with a reasonable pricing. I'll put a link to the description. It currently costs around 1,800 euro. I would personally go for the Pro model, but the Plus model also costs the same, and that would make more sense if you don't live in a flat area. Thanks for tuning into Techmo, and I will see you in the next one.